Good afternoon, everybody. BJ Weller back with you for another wonderful, massively multiplayer Monday here. Getting back finally a little bit of Star Trek Online. I don't even think I've played, gotten into the game since the Christmas festival way back in December. So I think it's long past time to pop into Star Trek Online and just do a little bit of tooling around, maybe do some leveling here. We're going to go into our Liberated Borg character here. Welcome back. We got a reward. Ooh, you're refined to lithium. Okay. Excellent. Oh, allow access, please. Yes, game client is fine. Do not block it. Claim my reward. Okay, we'll just claim the reward. Hello. So it's a number of entries. Would you like to review them? Show me the latest. On the USS Blackhorn here. Thank you, Lil and Cats, Nascent Games, and Erin de Belge as for all the auto hosts. It is much appreciated. As always, hosting and auto hosting always appreciated at the end of the day. Well, look at that. It's funny that RMG Gaming 2 shows up, and that's definitely an auto host as well. Funny, funny, funny. Just don't know. Just don't know what sets it all off. I guess maybe if I'm friends with them, that's what sets off. I don't know. Well, I don't know. I don't know why. I don't really want to bother figuring it out because it'll be all day. All right, so our liberated Borg here, Eiam. So let's rock and roll with him. Taylor. Customize clothing. Let's see what we got here. Tired of wearing this uniform. After the outfit's variety, new looks, when you want to get the right side. Yeah, okay. Tell me about off-duty outfits. Okay. Taylor. Oh, come on. I guess I'm going to have to bump you up here a bit. Soyvices. Well, let's kill Dropbox to begin with. We don't need Dropbox. Okay. Star Trek Online, where are you? Wow, sounds like garbage got here early today. Oops. Go to process, thank you. There we go. Yes, it comes up under game client, not Star Trek Online. Of course I can't. Alright. Let's see. 4 additional outfits, bridge officers. Yeah. Place a 3 of 4. Hello, 3 of 4. Modify. Out of curiosity to see what we got here. Oh, come on, SDO. There you go. So let's do that one. Let's see what else we got. All good things. The Joy Militia. Deep Space Nine. Jim Hadar. Odyssey, no. Section 31, no. Sierra. Sierra Black. Sierra Experimental. Let's see here. It's got possibilities. Might change up the color there. Let's see what else we got to play with here. Sierra Sleek. Ooh, I like that one too. Academy, Motion Picture, Next Gen, Original, medical, original, Wrath of Khan. That's it. We still can't get the Discovery uniform unless we do an original character, I think, or something like that, or something. I forget. It's weird, very weird. So let's go with the experimental. I think that'll fit him nicely. We got real Millennium Group colors. Maybe we'll go with our RMG gaming colors. We'll dump the green and go with the white. Paneled. Intel, that's interesting. Padded. Paneled, padded, paneled. Let's color configuration. Oh. Go with 3. Adds a little bit more gold. This one goes around the around the neck area. That one's down that area. Well, you know what? Maybe we'll stick with the neck area then. There we go. Thank you. So we'll go white. Come on. Should go black on this one, or maybe a dark gray, just to offset that a little bit. I think that's what we'll do, so we'll go with that. That looks pretty good. Alright, let's go upper. See, I think down here comes up under a certain type, and then we can do it. Oh, those we got to pay for. Sierra 1's not too bad too. We'll leave it where we're at right now. I kind of like that one. Stop. Yeah, see, here it is, Discovery. Here's the Discovery uniforms. Alright, we'll leave it at that. Uniform jacket loose, tight. I don't like that one. We'll leave it loose. Thanks. Let's go colors now. So what do we got? I think we got purple up top, red down the bottom. Okay. Stop. I don't want to change his face. I don't want to change his face. I think so. Cancel. I don't want to change his face. Okay, that should be his normal face. Alright, so let's go ahead. We'll leave the gold. Let's see here. So let's see. They all look so blue. Ooh. It looks too blue and not really purpley. That's about as purple as we're going to get, I guess. That's more blue than anything, unfortunately. So we'll go with that. The gray part, maybe do the gray parts white too. I kind of like that. Let's go ahead and white on those. I think that works nicely. And then I think this, I'm not sure. This one does here. Ah, okay, that's the shirt. Alright. It's just the shirt then. So if we had any... Yeah, it's more or less just his shirt. Maybe we can go green shirt, huh? Reminiscence of the real Millennium Group colors, huh? So we'll go green on that. Since that's the only undershirt, that's the only part that'll be showing, so that looks good. Alright. Pants loose. Ooh. Tight. Loose. Pants tucked high. I kind of like that. Boots. Those are the Discovery boots. Guess we'll go leather padded. We'll stick with that. Yeah, see, the Discovery uniform isn't a set uniform like the other ones. It's bits and pieces, which doesn't make sense. It's just give us the opportunity to just do the entire set like we've got with this one. I kind of, it's either the bulky or the padded. We'll go with the padded. Stick with that. Belt, none. Mirror universe. Oh, I can always do that. Mirror universe belt. I'll just see Jupiter veteran. Let's go with Jupiter veteran now. I think that'll work. Okay. I think we'll leave that black for now. I think we'll leave the boots black too. I'm not gonna... So we got enough white there. Form pants. So, kilt. It's called a kilt thing. Tie. Can we change... It looks like we can change the color of the pants, though. Well, that's a boondoggle. What if I want to change the color of the pants? You can change the color of the boots, but not the pants. Well, we can't get the red then, can we? We'll have to put the red where the white is up here then, won't we? We would have to make this red. There we go. Rankinson badge. Let's change that to white, but I think now I want to change the belt. I'll make the belt itself white. There we go. There we go. We'll leave the buckle the same. We'll change that. Now I may want to change the boots though. So I thought, you do a little red on here, right? A little bit darker red. There we go. So we'll do red there. So we also may be able to do red here. Let's see what this changes here. Oh. Let's go to that too. Make that red. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Curiosity just to see what this changes here. So that's the boot itself. Ooh, we could just go white and red boot, huh? This change? Oh, this just changes the highlight in the back here. A little bit back there. Maybe we'll make that one white. Get a little bit of white into the boot, huh? Maybe even purple, huh? Yeah, let's go white. Yeah, I like that. All right. Beautiful. We'll stick with that then. Get him all decked out here. Nice. All right, cool. Yeah, that's looking good. Oh, stop turning around. All right, let's okay, Ambassador Sock, let's go to the Vulcan system. That's the only thing. So we've got to have some more quests around here. So much has changed in this game since we started playing. It's amazing. What do you got? How do I get to Risa? Level 10 to participate in the right. Ah, right. Okay, so festivals. Gotta be level 10. Now that'll have to be another character, but I don't think we need to worry about that. Mr. May. Ooh, I just ran into the class. Mr. May festivals. It doesn't really matter now, does it? 10 Shelby, commodities broker. Varnas. These are all probably pretty basic quests here. Let's see what the transporter chief has to say first, I guess. What is sprint? I forgot which sprint is here. There we go. Let's sprint. Got transporter chief. Talk to transporter chief. Bank exchange requisitions. I just want a quest.
Officers leaving Earth space dock must double check their gear before transport. Unplanned items will be disposed of.
Alright, you don't have any quests, alright. We gotta go to the Vulcan system. Don't we have anything else to pick up around here?
There is shuttle arriving at docking bay 6.
Okay, Captain Geordi. Ooh. A starship and shuttle requisitions officer to claim your captain's yacht. Starship and shuttle requisitions. Okay. Let's go ahead and talk to Starship. Shuttle requisitions here. So we got the Bloemfontein. I think that's the default name. What do you have? Acquisition ship equipment. Starship weapons, starship equipment, shuttle weapons, equipment purchase.
Construction technicians needed on deck 36.
Okay. Yes, new starship ship vendor. Maybe can then. I should say. I got a Captain Geordi and some other characters. I remember it was a pain in the butt to figure it out. Starship and shuttle requisitions also reclaim a Captain Geordi.
Construction technicians needed on deck 36.
I need to repair a ship.
When you're ready to return to your ship, click the Beam to Ship button in the upper left corner of your mini-map.
Okay.
You can find various ship services here in the Ship Requisition Center. You can when you're ready to return to your ship, click the Beam to Ship button in the upper left. You can find various ship services.
Okay, thanks. Acquire ships, here we go. Shells tell me about other ships. Alright, you're not helping. Alright. Well, in the meantime, let's go do something instead of just wandering around aimlessly, eh? Which, we can just fly around aimlessly, I guess, in the depths of space. Talk to you. So let's just beam to ship and head to the Vulcan system. Sector space, and let's head to the Vulcan system, shall we? Yes. USS Blackhorn here. a Vulcan system. Excellent. Enter the Vulcan system, please. Thank you. See what we can do here. 3 of 4. Captain, we have arrived at the Vulcan system. Took the liberty of contacting the ambassador's aide when we arrived. Paula says that the ambassador has certain arrangements that he prefers when traveling. She would like you to go over them with you. Would you like to put her? Yeah, sure, on screen. Why not?
Greetings. Thank you for agreeing to escort the ambassador to Pajem. Ambassador Sokath is currently attending a ritual to honor the end of the Kalrek holiday. He will be done soon, but the ambassador is hesitant to use transporter technology. His bias against the transporters is not logical, but I have come to accept it. I believe that Sokath would be much more comfortable traveling by shuttlecraft. I have received clearance for you to land near the ambassador's location.
Okay.
I look forward to meeting you in person.
Live long and prosper. That behind for now. We have a quiet chat today, so be quiet. Thank you, Ms. Cracker Jacks, for the host as well. It is much appreciated. Ooh, we got a lot of people hosting us today. So who else we got? Roll Rain. Also, thank you for the host. And I think I said Nascent Games. Ryan Gads as well. So thank you for the host as well. Battery H, as always, thank you very much indeed. Ready to land on the Vulcan, sir. Okay, Talasa. Let's land this shuttlecraft.
Starfleet shuttlecraft, this is Vulcan Orbital Control. You are cleared to land at the requested coordinates. Welcome to Vulcan. Please enjoy your stay.
Thank you very much. The ambassador and his aide are waiting for us at the temple at the top of the rise. We can speak to them there and find out if the ambassador needs anything else from us before we depart for Pajem. Okay.
Welcome to Vulcan. Do you have any questions?
Tell me about Pajem.
Pajem is a small world near Andoria. It is sacred to our people. There have been Vulcans on Pajem for centuries. In 2152, the ancient buildings that housed our monastery were destroyed by the Andorians. It was a failing in our logic that led to conflict with the Andorians. We have corrected our error. After the Federation was founded, a group of Andorians, Vulcans, and humans rebuilt the monastery as a symbol of peaceful coexistence and cooperation. Since then, a group of monks has lived there. They study the ideals of Sirach. Do you have any questions?
What business?
My business is my own. If you must know more, I require a meeting with the abbot. He will not use subspace communications, so if I am to receive his counsel, I need to meet with him directly. Do you
sound a
have
little
any
antsy
questions?
there?
This is ridiculous. Access to Pajem is strictly limited to preserve the sanctity of the monastery. No outsiders are permitted to land without the expressed permission of Savin, the leader of the Order of the Priest that maintains the planet. Ordinarily, this would not present any difficulty. But Savin has chosen this moment to illogically question my visiting the monastery. He is refusing to grant leave for me to meet with the abbot at Pajem.
Can this wait?
If I do not complete my journey to Pajem now, I will have to delay it until after the trade conference at Corridon is complete. And that could take weeks.
I wonder why he won't grant you permission.
I fear I've spent too much time off-world. While I find it easy to deal with others, my own people can be stubborn. Perhaps you could speak to Savin. I know he has a great deal of respect for Starfleet, and you might have an easier time than I have.
Well, let me speak to him then.
Peace and long life.
To you as well.
Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
Why do the Vulcan?
Many years ago, Pajem was used for political purposes. Technology used to spy on the Andorians was hidden beneath the sacred sanctuary. It should never have happened. Buildings that had stood for 12 centuries were destroyed because we allowed politics and war in a place where there should only be logic and contemplative thought. When the monastery was rebuilt, we pledged to keep it safe from the cares of the galaxy. Only those who seek peace may enter. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
Oh my god.
Sarketh accuses me of abandoning logic, but he is the one refusing to explain his reasons for wanting to go to Pajem. The planet is sacred. Our ancestors walked those paths. They found understanding and serenity in its quiet. When I am at Pajem, I feel more at peace than any place else in the galaxy. Pajem has been touched by outside influences in the past. The Federation is at war. Now more than any other time, we must protect this refuge. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors? I neither trust him nor distrust the ambassador. I simply do not understand him. He will not reveal his reasons for wishing to speak to the abbot, and has refused a mind meld with me. Normally I could respect his privacy, but other things I have heard trouble me.
Really?
Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors? Sarketh has spent more and more time away from Vulcan in recent years, and seems ill at ease in what was once his home. Tapella admits he has changed in the past few months. He spends hours closeted in his study and does not share meals with his staff as he used to. Tapella says that the stress of the war with the Klingon Empire is taking its toll. She hopes the peace of Pajem will restore him. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors? The monks do not use any unnecessary technology. Even replicators are not permitted on Pajem. There is a communications array available to the monks for emergencies. Soketh's request does not qualify. Do
Interesting.
you seek knowledge of the ancestors? I will permit it if you will pledge to me, on your honor as a Starfleet officer, that you will protect Pajem from harm. Soketh says his reasons for wanting to speak to the abbot are private. I will accept that, but only if you are with him. I know I can trust Starfleet. Please, protect Pajem from any who would violate its sanctity.
Okay, I shall.
Do you have any questions? Excellent.
Ugh.
Our departure has been delayed long enough by the whims of one man. I am prepared for the
Hold on.
journey. Do you have any questions?
I wanted to do this one first, too, you know?
How should I know? He is a small man with small concerns. Thankfully, he has listened to reason, and our journey won't be delayed any longer. I am ready to leave now. Is the shuttle prepared for departure?
Yes, let's go. Peace and long life. Live long and prosper. I hope you can keep up. Ugh. Are we ready, Ambassador?
Starfleet shuttlecraft, we have logged your flight trajectory, and you are cleared for departure.
Excellent, thank you.
Live long and prosper.
Yes, yes, you too.
I need to meditate and prepare for my meeting with the abbot at Pajem. If you have no objections, I will retire to my quarters. Please notify me when we have arrived at our destination. Once again, you have my gratitude for your assistance.
Return to the bridge, we shall. Retire to his quarters, Captain. We can leave the system. All right, let's go ahead and depart. Yeah, nothing else really to do. Let's go ahead to the Pajem system.
Your inventory has a replicator that will allow you to buy and sell items. Press I to open your inventory.
We'll just begin to... Picking up an unusual energy reading in the system. We should scan the system forward, taking the bastard to the service. Alright, sensors on max. Klingon ships. Being held by the Klingons. Put them on screen.
You have a foul shape changer aboard your ship. Turn the creature over to us, or we will destroy you.
Shape changer. What do you mean?
That foul beast on your ship is an Undine. They put on a false face and try to control us, but we Klingons know better. We will hunt them down until the last of those honorless dogs dies screaming. My patience is limited. Speak quickly. The Undine come from a dimension known as fluidic space. They use quantum singularities to move into ours. Undine are telepathic and physically superior to humans. They see anyone from our dimension as an inferior life form, even Klingons. Soon they will know how wrong they are. Undine have the technology to be a real threat to anyone, even the Borg. But the worst of their weapons is their ability to take our forms. The Undine have inserted themselves into every major power in the quadrant and seek to control us through trickery and misdirection. You must be vigilant.
As you say.
My patience is limited. Speak quickly. You tell me, Starfleet. It was your people who first encountered the Undine in the Delta Quadrant back when we knew them as Species 8472. Many among my people want to know just what you did to make them hate us so. My patience is limited. Speak quickly. Do you doubt my word? Insult my honor? I have killed men for less. I have nothing to prove to the likes of you. Turn that so-called ambassador over to me now, or face the consequences.
Shields up, red alert.
Ship.
Oh, there's more. Alert the ambassador to meet the away team at the transporter room. On the surface, the monks may be in danger. Hold on, I want to scan that. Oh, I did that completely backwards. All right. Security. Let's go ahead and accept that. Thank you. Continue. Stay alert. we gotta go here? Oh, it's out of the way. Okay. I gotta get the right stick for that, don't I? Yes, it is fortunate we have arrived. Oh yeah. Alert from Vulcan. Let's through the truck.
I have terrible news. Vulcan security forces have discovered the body of Ambassador Soket. They have determined that he was killed by a phaser blast at short range. His remains were discovered in a stasis chamber hidden in a cavern beneath the Ambassador's residence. The Ambassador on your ship, the one that I have been working for, is an imposter.
Oh dear.
You need to be very careful. This imposter was able to fool Soket's closest associates for months. He is crafty and very patient. Now that he has been discovered, he will be dangerous.
Reach Ambassador Soket's quarters, but he's gone. I said, but you see the transporters, okay? Case and death, we'll find him.
Such emotion on your face. I see now my deception has been exposed. Pity. Capturing the abbot so we could replace him as well would have been beneficial. But we are strong. We will prevail. You are weak, and the weak shall perish.
Oh, bother.
Bothersome creatures! Why should I trouble myself with such insignificant beings, when the Klingons will do my work for me? Warriors! Prepare for battle!
Yes,
There is a
sir.
group of Starfleet officers behind me! One of them is the foul shapeshifter! I'm returning to the ship. Don't let them leave this planet alive. Kapla!
Yes, sir.
Oh dear. Open there. Come on, there we go, thank you. Alright, where were we? Oh yes, follow the Undying. Or Undine, I forgot how we pronounced it already. The Undine has eluded us, however, picking up a residual transporter in the vicinity. Beamed aboard the ship. If he has a hidden ship, we'll find it. Beam up. Undine ship on an intercept course. Continue.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Damage to it. Dreadnought.
This is Captain LaForge of the USS Challenger. Glad to see we made it here in time to lend you a hand. Perhaps you'll return the favor someday.
Perhaps,
Forge
indeed. Not now. Let's just scan that. Got it. Anything else to scan around here? Doesn't look it. Alright, let's head out. Depart the system. Hey Taz, seen the mail that your streaming came here in warp speed. Hey, what's up, Taz? Thanks for swinging by.
The ambassador was an Undine?
Yes, he was. Undine.
I'm afraid their infiltration of the Federation goes much deeper than we realized. Who knows what kind of havoc they could create?
Indeed. Experience points, expertise, data recorder, photon torpedo launcher, shield, and the lithium. Okay.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Oh, we finally leveled up our Borg here. Oh.
This mission briefing is classified. I've been working with Starfleet intelligence to crack the Undine coded message you found at Pajem. We think we have something. There are several references to the Paulson Nebula in the data. Starfleet needs you to survey the nebula and find out why the Undine have an interest in it. Be careful. I've been in that nebula before. The composition of the clouds may screen opponents from your sensors.
All right. All right.
We need you in the Lackey system.
Okay, Captain. See where we're at anyway. Shows the Lackey system's there. Yeah. Walking Soul system here. All right. Oh, there's Rice in there. Of course, Rice is not going to help us unless we are on a level 10 character. So let's just head out this way. That looks like we have a bit of an electrical issue on board. Victory is life. Yes, I know. So many episodes I've not even close to playing it. Oh, goodness gracious me. Ugh. We're gonna run right into that star, aren't we? Oh, yep, we did. All right, we'll do this mission, and then it's I think lunchtime and time to prep for our extra live stream at 3 o'clock today. Distress signal from the Valor, under attack by the Gorn. We are on our way. Full impulse, please.
Thank you for the assist. Our ship is on a mission to map the Paulson Nebula. Unfortunately, We failed to adequately compensate for the power drain the nebula had on our engines. We retreated from the nebula to make repairs. That's when we stumbled upon an illegal Gorn mining operation. If you hadn't shown up when you did, we'd be sucking vacuum. Our chief engineer says there's no way we can make it back to a starbase. In fact, without new dilithium crystals, we're stuck.
Uh-oh.
There are crystals on some of the larger asteroids here. That's why we headed for this location in the first place. If you could gather some crystals for us, we can make it to safety. Send us a hail if you have any questions about the nebula. We would be happy to share our data.
That's really, we can beam up the pieces we need.
Under attack.
The Valor again.
Ship is under attack.
We're in your debt. This is enough dilithium to get our warp engines restarted. After we finish preliminary repairs, we'll set course for Starbase 157. If you want to go into the Pulsar Nebula, your engines will need a boost. I recommend you visit Lackey 3. The Gorn drove out the Federation miners there and took over a decalithium processing facility. It's only fair that you take some of our crystals back.
Indeed it is, I think. Alright, let's go ahead and warp to Lackey 3. Yeah, the decalithium is dead ahead. The Gorn have numerous structures and are also picking up several fighters and frigates in the situation. They know they're in Federation territory and they're trying to protect their ill-gotten gains. I advise we approach with caution.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Interrupted by that. Some kind of interference. By a nearby jam station. Alright. Hello, what's going on? Back at you. Got it. Alright, let's get to the nebula. Before we run into any more trouble. Not much. Heard you were on Wednesday. Hi. Well, I much appreciate that. Thank you very much. You and Taz both. Always much appreciated when you guys stop by. Yes. Captain, scanners show that the amount of metallic density in this region is much higher than would be expected for a nebula of this class. It's definitely something big here, and it might be hidden on another high-density object. Should scan everything in the nebula. Sure, okay, sounds like a plan. Let's go ahead and scan the entire nebula. Abandoned mine. Save the satellite. He's out that way. Oh, you are right. This could be dangerous watching too many cool games. Trekkie, are you? Nice. I used to be, long ago. Haven't watched too much of it anymore. We gotta bring this up. Shorten that up. There we go. Got it. Nice. Oh, hang on now. Here we go. Alright, let's do this first. Rick's got mine on it. This. Space mine. Getting a ginormous asteroid here. Yeah. The original series and of course the next gen were main ones that we watched. Then Deep Space Nine. Although we really didn't get into Deep Space Nine as much. And then a little bit of Voyager, but I don't even think I remember watching the end of Voyager. Stopped watching that one. Watched Enterprise with Scott Bakula. I was a Scott Bakula fan. Enjoyed that one a bit. It's a shame that that one ended too early, I think. Straight to minefield and then beam down to the listening post. Are you kidding me? Thank goodness I still have some time here. Oh, hold on. Let's go scan this war here. Oh, crikey, another mine.
Ship is under attack.
Oh, more mines. Are you kidding me? Really just need phasers for that. All I want to do is get to the ore here. Smaller. Oh, just missed it. That's good. Yeah. That was my favorite Enterprise. Now I watch NCIS New Orleans because of him. Yeah, he'd be even like that one. Yeah, it was different. You know, I'm always hesitant about stuff that tries to redefine the lore. But you know, I thought Enterprise was pretty decent. I haven't really been a fan of the movies since I think Star Trek 4, the original Star Trek, the fourth movie. What was that one? Was that the one? No, Search for Spock was 3. I think Undiscovered Country was 5. What the heck was the name of 4? One where they travel back in time to Earth. It was campy. It was sort of cheesy and campy, but I think that was the last good movie that they had. Where was the whales? Yeah, see, that one was a good one. You know, it was one of the ones where they, you know, it poked a little bit of fun at itself, and you know, Star Trek and you know, some of the tropes and stuff. So I thought that was one of the, oh Jesus, yeah, I'm not getting the, oh yeah, no way I'm getting that one. Oh, so close. Chris Pine was doing a pretty good job when with the young Kirk. Yeah, see, I haven't watched, I mean, I've caught parts of the reboots when they've been on TV. But yeah, I don't. My sister had watched, I think my sister had watched at least the first one, if not the first two. And she wasn't too impressed with them. I never really all right, okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, I thought you, yeah. See, to me, it's just like sort of the at least the Last Jedi with the new Star Wars movie. It's just they just don't. They're good movies in their own right, I think, but they're just not. I don't think they make for great Star Trek, Star Wars movies. You know, I always found that how do I say this? I always found that when writers go into an established IP, I always thought, I mean, there's a reason these IPs are popular. You know, there's a reason that they're popular, and they've remained popular for so long. And a lot of that has to do with the history of the universe, you know, the lore and all that kind of stuff. So when you get new people coming in to try to reboot or add to the legacy of what was established and what made these IPs as big and popular as they are, but ignore a lot of the very things that cause them to be big and popular, that's kind of rubs me the wrong way. That's how I look at it now. I thought Force Awakens was pretty decent. I thought, you know, Rogue One was really, really good because to me it enhanced what was there. With the new Star Trek movies and The Last Jedi, it doesn't. It tries to go too much on its own path without staying true to the source material, I guess you could say. Yeah, well, Hollywood ran out of ideas 20 years ago, I think, if not even long before that. They're pretty much recycling ideas from when movies were good back in the 60s. I think that's. I think the 60s were the last time we actually had good original movies. Everything else is just a recycle now. But that's, you know, that's one of the things I sort of. The whole time travel thing is too much of a I don't want to say trope, but what, you know, the word the Deus Ex Machinima, I think it is. It's too easy of an out for a writer. I think that's where they went wrong with the Star Trek movies. Hey, okay, well, let's reboot it, but we'll just say it's an alternate. It's one of the alternate universes to the one we've all known and loved. We're like, okay, already you're sort of putting me off there because it doesn't matter. And if you're going to use that trope, well, then you can kill every main character in every movie or every TV show. Just say, oh, that was just an alternate universe. At some point, it gets to the point where you lose any connection to what's going on because, oh, it's just another alternate universe. It doesn't really matter. Why should I be attached to anyone or anything in this story now? So I always felt that, you know, for, you know, anything like Doctor Who, Star Trek, Star Wars, you know, if you're going to write anything for it, be true to the source material. I mean, the lore is so deep and so rich that if you feel like you have to ignore it to write a good story, then you know what? Don't. You're not that good of a storyteller then if you feel like you have to ignore or rewrite lore in order to tell a good story. All right, what transmit data from the computer? Well, where the hell's the computer core? Oh, was that from 2018? Yeah, I'm trying to think. So I was just thinking. I don't know what made me think about that too. I happened to be thinking about maybe it was something I had read on the internet or something like that. I just happened to think about the Wrath of Khan and all that kind of stuff. The movie, but yeah, that's right. It was right around this time period. Okay, so let's begin our transmission. Without, ooh, what the hell was that? That was, I mean, that whole thing. I mean, that was one of the coolest things I think they ever did. Was take something from the show and make a direct sequel to it. And both that episode and the yes, I would like to take the items. Both that episode and the movie were outstanding. I mean, were great. It was a great TV episode. It was probably the best movie out of all of them at the end of the day. So now they have to be more imaginative. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think there's too much imagination left in Hollywood. That's the problem. The only things they can imagine is like, oh, what kind of awesome storyboard can we throw up on the screen with all this CGI stuff? Download the data. Recommend get to Starfleet. Okay, let's beam up and yeah, let's depart the system. Explain the Wrath of Khan to EV because he wasn't a Trekkie. Well, see, yeah, see the movie can stand alone on its own, but it adds so much more to it. You know, some of the lines that are said have more meaning if you're familiar with the show. Interesting note, though, I always found interesting that if you go back to the show, Chekhov wasn't on the Enterprise at the time. He wasn't a member of the cast
something there that will help us
when that episode aired. So I think, I forget who the helmsman was. I know Sulu was there. I don't think they had a, what was he, navigation? Sulu was the helmsman. I think Chekhov came on as sort of the regular navigation, or navigator. But yeah, I don't, Chekhov I don't think was there for, I think he didn't come on till late the first season or sometime in the second season. I don't even remember when the episodes aired, but I do remember Chekhov wasn't a part of the crew at the time. So that always made it interesting. Is like, how does Chekhov know about the Botany Bay and Khan when, you know, technically, I mean, you could always say, well, he was somewhere on the Enterprise at the time. He was just not, in the position he was at the time the episode aired. But how did Chekhov know?
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Oh, look at that. We've leveled up twice. Nice. Okay, I got that. Sure. All right. Lots of accolades here. But yeah, so I'm not... because Discovery, I guess Discovery is on Netflix or something to that effect. Whatever Discovery airs on, we can't get. So I haven't been able to watch Discovery. I was interested in watching that. I guess I'm gonna have to go on the internet. He read the script, as EB would say. Yeah, exactly. Yep. But yeah, I'm gonna have to see if I can find some Discovery episodes, because that's the whole thing. Discovery is supposed to take place during the time of the original trilogy, and so I was trying to find out, okay, what's Discovery? When it was first announced, all that stuff, it's like you tried it and didn't like it. Yeah, see, that's my whole thing. It's like, okay, Discovery, okay, new Star Trek. This sounds interesting. Well, what are they going to try to do with it? Where, what's it going to be? I finally found out, okay, it's supposed to take place around the time of the original trilogy. And then you're looking at, screenshots of and on-set shots, stuff like that. It's like, okay, it all looks a little too modern to be part of the original trilogy. Now, I can understand, hey, the sets and stuff are all from the 60s and all that kind of stuff. Modern technology nowadays. But at the end of the day, I mean, come on. It just doesn't feel right when you're looking at, okay, let's see how modern we can make it and still say, oh yeah, but it's part of the original trilogy. It doesn't work that way. I mean, that's why, at least I haven't seen Solo yet, so I don't know how well that intermeshes with the time period. But Rogue One, it's like it felt like it was, an episode, a movie from the Star Wars 70s. They stayed true to everything. So, I mean, if you're going to do a Star Trek show and set it in the original trilogy era, then you know what, you've got to go back and you've got to go back to the original stuff. You got to make it look like that era at the end of the day for it to really work, in my opinion, of course. But yeah, eventually I'm going to have to try to see if I can find some episodes just to see it, just to say, okay, I watched it. See if I like it or not.
We've decrypted some of the information you found at the Klingon listening post.
Rogue One was filmed the same way the original. Oh, see, that's the whole thing. Yeah, they did everything back like the good old days.
We have the location of a signal repeater which boosts the subspace transmissions from these listening posts. Starfleet wants you to go to the Bamari system, find the signal repeater, and use it to track down the coordinates of the other listening post. When you have the location, transport a team down to the surface and take it out. We can provide you with spatial charges to get the job done.
Okay.
Good luck out there.
Thanks,
Klingons
Captain.
Won't give this post up easily.
I'm sure they won't. All right. So we'll go off right there. See, it's all about the atmosphere. I mean, that's why the prequel trilogy for Star Wars, wasn't as good. I mean, at the end of the day, the best parts of the prequel trilogy were just the battle scenes. But at the end of the day, it was all CGI. It was all people behind, in front of a green screen. It had no atmosphere. Like on set, actual physical models of ships and stuff like that, back like they did in the 70s. That's what, it was characterizations and the atmosphere of the movie. That's what made it so believable and engrossed everybody into the world that he created. Then you get to the prequel trilogy, it feels fake. It felt fake, And so how can you get invested in something like that? And in Force Awakens, they sort of, like I said, Rogue One, they went back to the old way. Force Awakens, they went back to some of the old ways. So it had atmosphere again. It felt like that the Star Wars that made us say, yes, this is awesome. Last Jedi, it went the way of the prequels, and it just didn't feel real. Plus, aside that having a very, very poor story on top of that. Oh yeah, I could go on for hours about that. How Anakin became Vader was great. The theater went crazy when James carried on the screen. Yeah, see, that was the one issue I had with the prequels. It just I couldn't buy into the fall of Anakin. It just seemed forced. It just seemed too quick. I couldn't buy into his fall to the dark side. It just seemed like, okay, you know, George didn't know how to really write it because he had to cram, 20 years of history into 3 movies, But, the final battle scene was great. Seeing Darth Vader up there, with, have him coming up, of course, except for that, no, that was a kind of weak. Yeah, well, he did write them. Yeah, I mean, that was the whole thing. It was still, but I think it got to the point to where, well, I always call it the Jurassic Park effect, is what happened to the trilogy. Jurassic Park was the turning point in Hollywood, in cinema, to where, okay, this is CGI, this is what we can do with it. That's when CGI came into its own and became a viable method of making movies. Unfortunately, instead of enhancing a movie, it became the way to tell a story in a movie. That's what the prequels were. It's just, wow, we can do this CGI now. How do we get all this CGI and fit a story into it? It's like, oh. No, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. I'm gonna wrap up now, so I can grab some lunch anyway, and get ready to move on over to the Extra Life for Kids channel. But yeah, I could talk about Star Wars and Star Trek for hours on end. But thank you for, oh, come on now. Let's just type correctly. Thank you for joining me on this little adventure here, where everybody has gone before. Hollywood doesn't allow, exactly. Hollywood doesn't allow us to use our imaginations anymore. Extra Life for Kids. So we'll be heading over there, the Extra Life for Kids channel, in about 25 minutes or so. I think we're going to do a little bit of Champions Online. I haven't played Champions Online in a while, too. So we're going to be a in-game superhero as we attempt to be a real-life superhero for the kids. So hopefully everybody can join me over there in about 25 minutes or so. Again, thank you to everybody. I think I shouted out everybody who hosted me today. Much appreciated. Of course, thanks to Mrs. EB and Taz for swinging by today, too. And anybody out there who's been lurking, much appreciated as well. We'll be back again with Star Trek on a massively multiplaying Monday in the near future as well. We kind of rotate Star Trek with Guild Wars and World of Warcraft. So we alternate between those 3 on our massively multiplaying Monday. So it's good to finally get back into Star Trek anyway. But yes, thanks Mrs. EB. Thanks Taz for stopping by. I hope I can see you guys on the Extra Life for Kids channel for a bit in about 30 minutes or so. And then we'll be back later on tonight. A little bit too late for Taz, but we'll be back right here on my channel from 8 to 10 p.m. to finally get back into some Clone Drone into the Danger Zone, where everybody can do some Twitch mode trolling. You all control me as I try to fight the evil robots. In the meantime, thanks for joining me today, everybody. I'll catch you next time. It's BJ Wallace saying until next time, I will see you in game. See you, everybody. Thanks.